Now let us understand the roles of libraries in society. Mainly, these roles can be categorized in 5 points. The first point can be considered as library raises cultural levels of society. The second point can be considered as library works as an instrument for creating refined citizens. The third point can be considered as library promotes the desire for books. The fourth point can be considered as library facilitates social integration. And the fifth point, which comes under role of library in society, can be considered as library preserves knowledge. All these 5 points we will be discussing in detail now in our further coming slides. This is the first point, which you can see on screen. Library raises cultural level of society. This point explains that libraries enhance the level of intelligence and status of the common man in the society to a great extent. As library gives the insight knowledge to the person. They also increase the quantum of common sense of an average man in the community. And library tends to increase the reading habits and change the reading taste of the people by raising their cultural level. In the beginning, the person may be not interested in reading the book, but slowly, as the person get used to see the book, read the book, then the person may get interested in reading more variety of books, and this reading habit slowly it changes, and the reading taste of the people also changes because of the cultural needs, or because there are different kinds of people in the society and they have different needs. So we can say that libraries increase the quantum of knowledge and quantum of common sense of a normal average person in the community. And also to make the people erudite, civilized, and cultured. An effective educational system also largely depends upon the abundant reading material, and all these material is available in library, because in library we can get books on different subjects, and we can get benefit from reading different kinds of subjects book, and we can increase our awareness. If reading materials are to be at the disposal of the whole population, then we can say that libraries are inevitable. as libraries cater to all possible needs of the community and facilitate users to undertake research in every walk of life, provide recreation and information to all classes of the population. Any age group community can use the library in an easy way. Whether the person is educated, whether the person is uneducated, any age, male, female, teenage, old age, young age, businessman, a simple man, a woman can get the benefit of library. Like old people can get the religious books on different religion. So library has book information of all the subjects for different people. This is the second point. Library works as an instrument for creating refined citizens. We will be understanding this here. A civilized society is expected to have a literate and educated community fully aware of the value, importance, and use of libraries. This is so because wherever there is civilization, there must be books, and wherever there are books, there are libraries. So the books are the main source of providing information and the professional or good mannerism or good behavior. You can say a great civilized society is developed because of the knowledge. And also the library is a kind of driving force capable of building a better society by its nature, by its variety, and by quality and extent of service. So that is why we can say that library is a kind of good support for all types of educational development of an individual. It also enables every reader to access a wide range of reading material in order to broaden one's outlook, knowledge, and ideas. And therefore, we can say that the success of any democracy depends upon the educated and enlightened citizens, irrespective of their social status. An informed and refined citizen tries to judge what is right, what is wrong. This is because of the adequate knowledge, adequate education. The third point here is that library promotes the desire for books. Being a social institution, library not only satisfies the reader by providing books, but it also promotes the desire for more books. So, in general, if anyone is interested in reading a book or any information, then that person can go and choose their own subject's book and go through that book easily. And by promoting the reading habits of the people, the library makes them library minded and enables them to love books because that book is giving more information and more knowledge to them. Demand for required books is fully met by librarians. Librarians are the staff who work in library. They make all the books available to the user in easy format. So that is why libraries play a vital role in the social life of a community. And also, the growth in the size and stock of books is made possible by the increased desire for books by innumerable readers, giving due importance to libraries in the culture and social development of the society. Fourth point explains about the library facilitates the social integration. Library as a social institution allows all its users to interact among themselves, and all these interaction and activities, different kinds of activities are carried out by organizing talks, lectures, films, discussions on current topic, book exhibitions, and some socially useful activities. Also, a library provides a right forum for social get-together within its premises and makes it available on equal terms to all groups in the community. So all the society people can utilize the premise, can use the premise at one time together. Fifth point talks about the library as a place which preserves knowledge. A library maintains achievers of old and rare documents, thereby preserving literary heritage for posterity. There are different kinds of resources which are available and which are kept safe in different kinds of museum for our next generation children. So they are all our heritage for posterity. And libraries also stores the literary remains of humanity for antiquarian research in varied physical formats. And such collections help researchers to delve into the historical aspects. So all these informations or antique pieces or knowledge information places, they are kept as a knowledge preserved for the researchers or those people who are specialists in doing some research. So this is the way how library preserves knowledge. All these 5 points we have discussed. Now here we will be talking about the information center. Information center can be considered as an online place where you can get all the information just by a click of a question. You can just text and click, then you can get all the information available in an easy format, easy way. Information center has main 3 roles to play. The first is information analysis center. The second is clearing houses. And the third is data centers and data banks. These 3 are important categories which comes under information center. We will be discussing all these points in detail now further onwards in our upcoming slides. The first point which we just seen is the information analysis center. These analysis centers collect literature produced in a particular field and evaluate its utility and community to the specialist conducting research in directly usable form on request. So those researchers, they do the adequate analysis of the information, and then after doing all the analysis work, they put that information at one place so that any user can get access to that information in an easy way. The information center, they also verifies the collected information for its validity, reliability, and accuracy before dissemination. And also, the reports of these analysis centers play an important role in strengthening research, pinpointing gaps in knowledge. This is the second point which we just seen a few minutes back under the information center. This talks about clearing houses. Clearing houses are a kind of setup either on a cooperative basis or by a national or international agency. They provide a single point of access to information originating from different sources, from different countries and from different languages. So they are kind of those setups, they clear the doubts whenever there is any. And those setups in library, they compile the bibliographies of particular discipline, and then they circulate them to the organizations interested in them. They do all the organization work, and there are some organization which needs a particular kind of information. So to those particular organization, they send the copy which is available in the library. This is the third point which comes under information center. This is the data center and data bank. These data centers collect, organize, and store numerical data pertaining to specific subjects field to answer specific queries. So these data centers provide fast information. They collect information in anticipation of future requirement of its users. Data banks are usually concerned with a broader subject field. They extract the process raw data from the collected data sources and relevant literature, and they also keep these structured files ready to provide all the right answers to the user's query, whoever wants to find the answer of their queries. So all these information centers, they go through the data and find that particular information which the user is looking for, and then pass on the correct information to that user in a short time. Now we have understood all the 3 points which comes under information center. We have understood library and the information center. Now here we will be able to understand the difference between both library versus information center. So the major difference thus is that library provides only the document as a whole. But an information center provides not only the document, but also give the detail of the content of the document. Let me tell you this with the help of an example. For example, in a library, a book which contains particular information is provided, whereas in an information center, that exact information is provided and not the entire book. So that is the work of information center. They don't give you the full book that you go through yourself and find yourself. But in library, when you will go, you will find, you will search, you will get the entire book. Let us now understand the libraries and information centers of information age. There are several factors which are responsible for this new transformation which has taken place. All these factors are, the first factor is political and social stability of the society. The second point is the expansion of educational facilities and also the high rate of literacy in our society. Another point is that there are national, regional, and local socio-cultural traditions. Another point is that urbanization and globalization of population has occurred due to migration. And there is growth in every area, like in trade and commerce, industry, and business. So now every area we can see the growth and also the encouragement from national, local, and state government is also leading towards the growth in every field. And also there is high standard of living which has improved with a passage of time. Also because of influence of leaders and individuals in the different fields. The well-established book trade is also one of the reasons of the new information age. And because of this mass communication, like there are nowadays TV, television, radio, newspaper, various modes of mass communication available to us. Also the upcoming technology like computer and communication technology. So all these factors are responsible for the new information age. So these are the points which we covered in this video. Here all the points are covered from the part 1 video and part 2 video. Both the videos summarization is shown here. The first topic which we covered was concept of library. The second topic which we covered was the purpose of library. We discussed in detail. We also understood the role of library in society. We also understood the role of library in education. Also, we discussed the information centers. So all these points we have understood. Thank you for watching. Namaskar.